All right. And we are out of the gate finally. Took 10 minutes.
Ooh, check out this patch.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah. Oh, this one too.
I got one of them
Yeah, I know you do.
right there.
Yeah, exactly.
I do, man. All right. Welcome. It is Tuesday. It's February the 6th, 2024. Halenville Live, Fruitcake Tony, Charles Greene, Ed Dubril. What's happening, fellas?
What's going on, everybody? Good to
Good
see
to
you
see
guys.
you,
Not
man.
much. Getting over this goddamn cold still.
Mm.
Jeez. Can't shake
Get
it.
well, brother.
Kick
Yeah,
it, dude.
you know what I'm talking about, Charles.
I feel your pain, my brother. No doubt
Yeah.
about it.
A little bit lingering, it doesn't want to go away, but it's all right. I'll get over it. My immunity is a lot stronger now because of it. So,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
happens.
does
It
come back,
happens.
bro. I'm glad
Get
you're
better,
feeling better.
bro. Yeah, it
Thanks, man.
has
Thanks,
been
man.
it has been a minute.
Yeah. But, doing all right. I'm getting back to normal. So I'm about 90%. So I'm good.
Excellent.
Well, cool,
That's
dude.
Yeah, I'm
awesome.
good. Tough,
That's
tough
awesome.
day. Tough day for me personally, but you know, my dad passed away on this day. But I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but just you know. And
Hey, I
Toby.
saw a post you one of your memories on Facebook. It's funny how much you resemble one another. You look like a really great dude, man. You
Yeah, he
really do.
was. He was outdoorsman. Really loved our veterans. Loved his country. He worked for Raytheon Corporation for 35 years, building missiles, and he worked for Avco, which did the heat shield for the Apollo missions. Really true red-blooded American hard-working guy. You can't.
That's
I couldn't
awesome.
ask for any better of a father. So
Excellent. Excellent,
yeah, thanks for that.
man. Absolutely.
Ed, I am so sorry to hear that.
It's
This
all
is the
right.
first that I'm hearing about it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to blindside you on the show. It's
Yeah.
been he died. He died of cancer, unfortunately, just like Toby Keith did. So
Yeah, sorry to hear
So
that.
sorry to hear this,
yeah,
man.
yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
It's all
I
right.
did not.
Cheers,
Yeah.
cheers,
Thanks
and
for the
like
thanks for the pop in the
yeah, and like I've told people, being on the show and talking about Van Halen and listening to music is my therapy, and interacting with people in the chat and all that stuff. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, and this show is a big part of my life. So I appreciate you guys and everybody's support.
Excellent.
right on,
We
Ed.
love you, Ed. Right on, brother. Right on,
Hang in
man.
Thanks,
there,
man.
Ed. Yeah, I am bah.
So here we are. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Ed, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. It's been a number of years, and I'm it's okay.
All right, bro. Okay. So,
Oh, you got your red solo cup too. All right. Sorry, Charles.
all right.
It's a red solo cup in my memory. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't mention okay. All right. All right. So, we are live. Yes, we are. And
Yeah.
we are talking about the 40th anniversary of the 1984 tour, Ed.
Hell yeah. Love it.
Um Yeah.
Favorite, one of my favorite albums. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin.
Where
The
do
year
you begin?
1984 was an extension of 83.
Yeah.
My God, man. Van Halen was on top of the world. I mean, on top of the world.
Yep.
It was one of the greatest times in my life. I can look back at it now and realize that I had it pretty damn good. My friends had it pretty good, and life was great. Coming into 84, rock music was a blur of awesomeness. Everything was big. Punk was still
yeah.
huge and it had diversified into all kinds of other types of music. Not only was Van Halen on top of the world, but hair metal and rock were taking all kinds of directions. Bands like Journey had already come and kind of morphed into things. Fusion took some turns, but my God, metal just freaking exploded. It was on literally the pinnacle of metal at that point, and the big four were kicking ass, and Motorhead was, I always call it the big five because I always include Motorhead in that. And so coming into 84, the fact that Van Halen was as big as they were and were imploding as badly as they were at the time, and the fact that we're still getting more drama and shit is just, I don't even know where to go with it, you guys. It's, my God, man. We can go down rabbit holes all day long.
We're going to go down a 1984 rabbit hole tonight, Charles.
Awesome.
A couple of them.
Can't wait.
All right.
One of my favorite years.
You know how much music I saw in 1984? Holy shit.
All right. Let me continue here. So let me collect myself too. This is I want to apologize. That's some heavy news, Ed. That's
no.
It's
It's the anniversary of his death. It's not, it's been quite a while. So, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Sorry to throw that bomb on you. I meant to tell you earlier, but no, just been a tough day. But like I said, this show is just this show is therapy for me, man. Yeah, what's going on in my life?
Awesome.
The Show Me Your Pick and you guys and everybody else in the community. Fantastic.
We love you, brother.
I appreciate all of you.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. We are going to talk all things the 1984 tour. Yes, we are.
Fantastic.
We're, of course, we'll do our regular, nearly impossible Van Halen trivia. You'll see that a little later on. And a good question tonight.
Excellent question.
Back up. Should we?
Yeah, I didn't get it. But
give it away?
I didn't get it either.
Ooh,
Speaking of giving away, we're giving away that. And we'll give away one of these.
Although I want to say that Ed's answer was well thought out and awesome, and mine was well thought out and awesome.
I thought so.
But we were still
all right. Let's before we give away too many hints to where I can't use
hints.
The question like last week.
No hints.
Yeah.
At all.
Let's let's not talk too much about it because we will surely give it away.
Nah, no, we're not at all.
Neither of them two got it in how many hours?
It's been a few since you asked us the question. Yeah, I gave a few answers, but I'm like, no, I guess I was wrong. So,
all right.
I don't want to talk about it anymore because I don't want to give any hints.
Charles, yeah.
I'm just going to shut up about it.
It's a good one. It's a good one, though.
Excuse me. It
It'll
is.
make you
Yeah.
think.
It will.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Tony knows. Tony has a way of doing that to us. You know, making us really think, and that's why it's nearly impossible.
All right. So we'll venture there later on in the show, but before we and we'll show you a lot of stuff pertaining to the 1984 tour, and a grand tour it was, started in the winter time right after the album, January the 18th. Yeah, I pulled out a whole lot of cool stuff tonight.
Oh yeah.
It's coming apart too. We'll peek at some cool stuff from 1984. Yeah. And we'll look at some really cool shots from the 1984 tour, from early in the tour and from late in the tour in Europe. And we'll talk about it all along the way. And we'll even listen to some live stuff, I'm sure, later on in the show. Why not?
Hey, all right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So before we go any further, let's start by opening up the chat, shall we?
Yeah, it's been going crazy, man.
All right. All right. I'm going to start tonight. I'm going to start at the bottom instead of the top.
Ooh.
All right.
I'm
going to
down
start
below.
right there with our Bud OU812. What's happening, Ryan? Good to see you,
Ryan.
sir.
Right on, Ryan. It's good to see you, brother.
Mm-hmm. Great show Sunday.
What's up, Ryan?
Great entertainment over there on his YouTube. Go check it out. Right? Yeah, man. You know all about it. Thursday, Sunday, Thursday. And this guy hangs out over there. Quite often.
R2. Good to see you,
our Van Halen brother, R2.
What's up, brother?
What's up, dude?
Right on, R2.
Mitch Heyman's in the house, Charles.
All right.
All right, Mitch. What's up, bro?
As is right Christopher Live Sova.
Mr. Sova. Good to see
Mr.
you, brother.
BHB Bruce is in the house. What's up, dude?
Right on, Bruce.
On the tubes the other night with Brother Ben.
Right on, man.
Randy Price. What's up, Randy? Good to see you.
Hey, up, Randy. Good to see you, man.
Boner Jams. What's up, dude?
Boner.
Hey, Boner. Right on, bro.
Guitar Man 45. What's up?
Hey, Guitar Man. Right on, man.
Patty Deal in the house. What's up, Patty?
Hi, Patty.
Good to see you, man.
Patty, it's good to see you. Right on, Patty.
Always nice. Six Finger to Salt. What's up, bro?
Hell yeah.
Right on. Six Fingers. Right on, bro.
Keith Campbell in the house. What's up,
Keith? Good to see you, Keith. Right on, man.
There is Monique in the house.
Hey, cuz.
What's happening, Monique?
Hi, Monique.
Nice to see you, ma'am.
Good to see you.
All right, I'm still scrolling upwards. There is Symmetry. He hangs out over there.
Right on, Trev.
All right,
you rock, brother. Right on.
Al's G.
Al's, hey. Right on, bro. You rock.
See you
right
again,
on,
man.
Right on.
All right. All righty. Okay, Cushman NYC. What's up, dude?
Hey, Kush.
Right on, Cushman.
Kurt in the house. What's up, Kurt?
Kurt.
Of the Under the Bus.
Good to see you,
crew
Kurt.
Over
right
there.
on, man.
Kurt.
That's our Wednesday thing. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
9 o'clock Wednesday, YouTube. Right on. Mm-hmm. There's Polly Walnuts. What's up, bro?
What's up,
Good
Paulie?
to
It's
see
good
you,
to see you,
man.
Paulie. Right on, brother.
How's things on the island?
Always good to see Paul.
Right on, Paulie.
Yeah.
KXM Rock, what's up, man?
Hey, what's
KXM,
up?
dude. Right on, man. It's good to see you, bro.
All righty. I'm still scrolling. If you are just joining, say hello in the chat. It's Tuesday night. This is Halenville Live. Yeah. There's Charles 75N.
Hey, what's up?
Charles, good to see you, man. Right on, brother.
All right, kids. It is Tuesday, and we are going to settle in. Wow. That's a hell of a launch into the show tonight. There's
Yeah.
John DeShane, Ed.
All right, John. What's
Right
up?
on, John. It's good to see you, brother.
What's up, man?
And he is also part of the OU crew over there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to scroll all the way back down. All right, nice to see everybody. It is Tuesday. And we are talking the 1984 tour. It's been 40 years
Damn.
since
We're so
then.
old.
Started January the 18th, Jacksonville. And little rusty to start with, I would say, Charles, on the just by listening to some of the bootlegs from '84, you know. But they sure ironed out their kinks real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they did.
Now, do you think the show that you went to was rusty, or did?
Oh, I saw them 3 times on that tour.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him twice. There was in a rusty note.
Yeah, but the
Not a
worst.
rusty
All
fucking
this,
note.
all this is hindsight, Ed. So
Okay.
it's just
Yeah.
comparison. But
Yeah.
you can listen to the early boots and tour versus the later, and yeah.
Well,
But
I'm sure it took a while to get into the swing of things, you know. With a tour that massive, I mean, god damn.
No, the '84 tour, the actual stage was the same stage they used in, I think, '81. I might be a year off, but I believe it was the '81 stage with a lot more lights. It's actually really well documented. You can look it all up and see all of the schematics and everything on almost every Van Halen tour if you really look into it.
all right. So
But yeah, they were a fine oil machine, man. By the time I saw them, and
this
it was early,
starts.
and it wasn't late in the tour.
This is
84.
opening night in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Yeah, that was the first night that he played that, I guess, live. Brand
Wow.
new.
Sweet.
That's fucking beautiful, man.
And all these are from opening night, January 18th in Jacksonville. All right. That's one outfit. Let's keep count here.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. That's a good shot of that bass.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mm.
Oh, number 2. Outfit number 2.
All right, Dave. Red jock strap on the outside of your pants, bro.
I saw a guy sporting that same thing in downtown Charlotte just yesterday, man. He was rocking it right down the boulevard.
But
Get
on
out of
David Lee
town.
Roth, nobody questions it.
Nope.
Hey, nobody questioned this guy either. I was sitting in traffic just like, damn, all right.
Oh, man.
Hey, it's a fashion statement. What are
That's
you gonna
number 3, right? Ed?
Yeah. Classic Eddie.
That's a famous shot. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that 4?
Nah.
No, it's still
the
the same.
one.
Same one. Okay.
Yeah. I think that is too.
Yep.
Yeah, but it was a bunch of dates on this tour, and they played a lot too. They played, 3 or 4 nights a week every week.
Mm-hmm. Good times.
All right, yeah, there's a couple.
Oh, that's
Little
great.
guitars.
All right, that's what I was looking for, Charles. See if there's another one. No, let me go back. There you go, Charles.
Nice.
Specifically, what am I looking for?
I guess that's the 1984 guitar.
Yes, it is. Yep. Wow. Yes, it is.
And it looks like he's got a tray under it too.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. So he brought out that tray every night, I think, during that
Well,
tour.
there it is.
Yep.
Okay, the tray's wood there, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wooden. I think it was wooden.
It started as
poly.
wood, and
yeah,
it went to
went to
plexi.
plexiglass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plexi. Yeah.
I just want to make sure this was wood. Yeah.
Let's see if there's any more. Yep.
So I wonder how many screws or bolts it took to connect that to the back of his guitar.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
He's
know
got
the
a
answer
patent
to that
on it.
question.
He's got to. Yeah, right. I don't know how it was connected originally.
That's a good little view right there.
Yeah, it is.
Got hinges on it.
Yep.
2 and 4. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder maybe the wood was a little much against him.
It's got a lot of mass. That's half-inch thick.
Yeah.
And it's hardwood. So it looks like the corbel. That last photo before this, so you can see a good picture of the corbel. It's a small corbel, but however, it's a half-inch thick. Maybe a little thicker. Maybe almost 5/8 inch thick.
Yeah,
so,
that part is.
It might have been annoying after a while, you know.
I bet that thing came loose all the damn time, and he constantly the screws were probably stripping at first, and it was a metamorphosis of stuff that he went through, just like everything else in his life. That's awesome.
Especially if you're shirtless and you got all that stuff rubbing up against you, and you're sweating, and yeah, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't comfortable. Then you got Dave trying to play some notes.
I gotta say it. The recent drama and crap that's come up, and it's just going to continue here. We haven't heard the last of it now. It's really a shame. I sit and I look at these guys, and I remember what they meant to me and my friends, and we had no idea. But it seems to me, and I've said this before, for guys to get together and get this kind of success and actually make it to this level, I just don't understand why they would be so implosive. And I want to point it out, Mike was a fucking rock at this moment. He is righteous in this whole thing. He did nothing but be a fucking faithful band. Look at him. He doesn't even look like the other three. He's always got this persona of trust. You can trust that dude. Yeah. And he deserves a whole lot more fucking respect than he ever is going to get. I hope that in these latter years, he gets a hell of a lot more. But as I sit and I'm looking at this 84 tour flashbacks, I'm remembering all kinds of shit going on. And I didn't have a clue these guys were imploding like that.
Can you imagine, Charles, if it worked out? Like, what would 5150? What could have that been? I mean, if Dave said, "Fine, Eddie, we're gonna go keyboards. We're gonna do some more keyboards." You know, it worked out with Jump. It worked out with I'll Wait and all that stuff. You know, all right. So we're gonna write the next record, and you know, Eddie already had some stuff in the bag. You know, we know that. And what would have the songs been like on the next album if they would have stayed together? You know, that's a speculation, obviously. You know, what are you gonna do? But I always wondered that. I'm like, God damn! If Eddie said, "Okay, Dave, you know, I've done side projects with Michael Jackson and Nicolette Carson and all these people, and I've done my thing. You know, you can go ahead and do your California Girls and all that stuff, and then let's reconvene and continue Van Halen." What would have that been like? I always wondered that.
You know, I know the answer to that. Deep down, I know the answer, Ed. The answer is this. The next album that the Van Halen boys put out was wonderfully huge.
Yeah.
And a lot of that music was not new. It was carried over. Some of those songs Dave was supposed to sing.
Yep.
That must eat Dave just eat his ass every day having to live with that. We cannot even imagine, you guys. We really can't. It's funny. I sit back when I'm hearing these guys implode and throw this back and forth. We have no idea what actually is going on. But as fans, we live it. And, man.
What could have been, right?
Yeah. It would have been awesome, Ed. It would have been just as huge. It would have been great
I
because
think so.
Eddie and Alex and fucking Michael were at the top of their game.
Yeah, they were riding a high, man. This was the pinnacle of Van Halen right there, 1984.
As a Roth fan, every year was better than better than better than better than better. It was just the anticipation for the new Van Halen album was better than Christmas.
Yeah.
It was. And I can, just to get to sit with my friends and listen to it for the first time was magic. And so when it all fell apart, and it fell apart hard after this much success, I still am dealing with it personally. I know a lot of you guys are. We're talking about it. I'm still dealing with this shit. I don't get it.
So you heard the news and you're like, all right, now what? I mean, come on. It was pretty devastating, After that, all that high of going to these concerts and the album and the whole MTV thing, they're playing constantly, and Van Halen was way up there. They were top of the world. Well, no pun intended, but they were top of the world.
They started this tour in the South, and it wound its way. They stayed in the South too, and they hit a lot of places in the winter. Yep, and then it moved up the coast in the spring, and they hit a lot of U.S. and Canadian markets up there. Yeah, well, they're in the Northeast.
Yeah, it's funny. It was about 1 year after the US Festival in '83. I think it was in May of '83. Yeah, it's May of '83. What am I fucking talking about? And it was around May or something like that when they came back to California for this tour.
Yeah, we saw them Greensboro, Roanoke, not Charlotte. We saw this Charlotte and this Raleigh. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. But I didn't see any. They were so close together that I thought they were all great.
I've got a question for you guys, and I've always wondered this, and forgive my ignorance anyway. Did a lot of bands highlight and do solos like Van Halen did for each band member? Or did they? I mean, every band member had their own solo. Did a lot of bands do that, Charles? I mean, I know.
Hey, listen. Okay, so let me just go back. Okay, so just right off the top of my head when you were talking, Pat Travers, every band member, yes, live.
Okay,
that was one of the earliest shows I ever saw live. 70s. Peter Frampton live. He literally, what he did is it was a little bit. All of the members of the band were showcased, and at this one point, they all switched instruments. But they didn't do it once. They did it in rotation. And Peter Frampton he went from the guitar to the bass. He went from the bass to the keyboards. He went from the keyboards to percussions. He went from percussions to the drums. And while that was going on, all the members were switching. This shit, some of these guys in the chat have seen this shit.
Damn.
Fucking priceless. And so that's like on steroids from what you were just talking about, because they all shined simultaneously.
Right.
That was really cool. Kansas, yes. Journey, yes. Aerosmith, yes. Even Nugent, fucking Nugent, yes. They all. So
all right.
I've been seeing that go on, Ed, since I was a kid.
So I mean, I know a lot of bands did it after Van Halen. I just didn't know whether they did before that.
They did it way before Van Halen.
I didn't see any other bands live before them. So
yeah, way before.
And it's a great moment for the other band members to take a break and whatever, right?
The Yardbirds, fucking Yardbirds did it.
Oh shit! It went way back then. All right.
The Doors fucking did it. Damn.
All right.
You can go on, bro.
All right.
Okay.
Go on.
Thank you.
You got it, man.
All right. So, Ed, did you see him in 1984?
First concert I ever went to, March 18th. It was the second night at the Providence Civic Center. Yes.
Nice.
And it was a surreal moment in my life.
How close were you?
Oh, I was way back. I was in the balcony. Straight back. But that's all right. I didn't mind. I was in the building, and I saw Van Halen live.
Any seat
with whatever 15,000 screaming fans. A lot of girls with me. A lot of girls around me. They were all screaming loud.
A lot of girls with you.
Yeah,
right
5.
On.
Excellent.
I heard that.
But 17 years old, wide-eyed, and finally got to see my first concert, and it was spectacular. And I ate it up, man. It was unbelievable. And they were filming for Panama that night too. I mean, they did most of it in Philadelphia. We all know that, but they also filmed some scenes for Panama at the concert I was at. And I'm sure a lot of people will say, well, David Lee Roth said, hey, we're MTV's in the house. Here's the cameras. Hey, you're on MTV. But I know for a fact that some of the footage at Providence, the concert I was at, was in the Panama video.
What's up, Tommy?
What's up, Tommy?
Right there, Tommy. Love you, man.
But it was a unbelievable moment that I'll never ever forget. It was just spectacular, and to see Eddie play live and his solo. Oh my God, I never got enough of it. I mean, and I hate to say it, but it's like a drug. You know, each time I saw them live, I was just, you get that euphoria build up, and I don't care who was singing or whatever, but with Eddie, man, I just it never happened with any other band I went to see. I mean, and I've seen a lot, and it's just goosebumps every time I went to see them. Starting with that tour.
Thing you got to see him, starting then in the Roth era.
Yep.
Well, right on. So you, Charles, how many times did you see the 1984 tour? You were on the West Coast twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw them in the spring.
But they played more shows on 82. In 82, they played 4 shows at the Forum.
Wow.
And in 84, they played 2 shows at the Forum. And then they played 1 show at the Sports Arena. And then they went down south from there, I believe, to San Diego. Yep, I believe so.
Yeah. Right on. You close up, or how far away?
In 84, I was with my friends. We were like, I think 23rd row, something like that. And then the second night I worked West Security. So, yeah, I was very close. Very close. I wasn't right in front of the stage for the show, though. But I was just down the left aisle, maybe 25th row, right about back there.
Englewood, 13th at the 14th at the Forum.
That's it right there.
With your flashlight showing people where to sit?
No, at the Forum, I didn't carry a flashlight.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do that. I didn't get to have anything I could hurt anybody with like that.
Were
you couldn't carry brass knuckles. You couldn't carry anything of that nature working at West Security. However, working private security in a nightclub is the opposite of that.
Okay. So you couldn't take a flashlight and look at their ticket? I
I
mean,
didn't need one.
Oh, okay.
I didn't need one for. I wasn't. I didn't need. I didn't need one. Once people were there and they were in their area, there we didn't need to do that. People were already seated. If people came through, I'd look and they'd see if there would. Now, if they showed up and somebody was sitting in their seat. Now that shit happened all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, they'd be like, and people would get up and just leave and go back, and it's no big deal. It wasn't a big deal. But I didn't carry a flashlight with me at any of the big arenas. Had no need for it.
That's an iconic shot there at
That's beautiful.
At the Forum, Charles. That made the cover of Rolling Stone, right?
There it is.
That one right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, shit.
I had no idea that was the last time I would see them
so
like that. I swear to God, guys.
Let's listen in. All right.
Oh.
Let's listen in.
Okay.
Charles Greene wasn't there.
Damn.
I remember what my girlfriend was wearing. Do you understand me? Hear Alex's drums.
Tempo is really quick.
That's what I'm pointing out. You hear it?
Yeah. Really fast.
And consistent.
All right.
So Charles, all right, so your second show, you're working security. How much of it did you actually turn around and just watch, and how much of it were you paying attention to the audience?
I got a little peripheral, but I was paid, and and they're serious about that shit.
Did you do your duty well?
Around and watch the show.
Okay.
I'm not there to watch the show.
Right.
I have been paid so many times to watch people watch a concert. And it's great. Fuck, I'll tell you what. It's interesting because a lot of the shows I saw, if it was a band I cared about, I saw them and worked a show. It happened a lot. It happened a lot, not sometimes, a lot.
Okay.
And getting to watch fans respond, especially when like lead solos or just epic moments, and to see the crowd respond, I know what's going on. And sometimes, depending on the venue, nowadays there's big, the Trons are everywhere. You can see it. You You're looking that way and you'll still see the show. Right. So it wasn't like that in those days.
How was the crowd in 1984, by the way, as far as crowds go?
Well,
as far as as far as behaving.
Oh, you know what? Concerts have always not, for the most part, in America, in any venue, and you take 20,000 people and stick them in there, for the most part, it's always a good thing. People, when they're together, they're halfway decent. People want to be respectful. They want to be around other people. Fuck, that's why they're out.
Yeah, right.
But there's an asshole in every crowd. Okay, there is. There just is. Whether it's drug-induced or alcohol, whatever. Alcohol is a drug, okay?
Yeah.
Whatever that is, whether it's that or not. In public, stuff happens. And for the most part, I'll tell you what, I can make comparison between North Carolina crowds and California crowds. I can make a legitimate comparison. I'm going to say it just like this.
Wow.
There's no difference. Both crowds are awesome. There's respectful, wonderful people in there. And for the most part, it is just as great. West Coast, East Coast. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you go to a show that is perpetuated with a violent nature, okay, for whatever it is, if it's got a mosh pit, if you want to involve yourself into that, you're making a choice to enter that venue and participate in that event, knowing damn well that that's prevalent. That's your choice. But you're still going to find a massive amount of really nice, cool people.
So 1984 was a great time for you as far as security.
I was just a kid, though. I was just a young kid.
So the Van Halen crowd was great.
Yeah.
Nice. One big party, right?
23.
How can you not be happy at Van Halen concert in 1984? That's
I know.
God damn.
It was
the best.
I didn't realize
how good it was. At that concert.
I didn't realize how good it was. I didn't realize it. The world was a different place. Everyone makes the joke about, hey, it was the 80s. Yeah, that's it. It was.
Yeah.
It was. That's the excuse. I would go back if I could in a heartbeat. That's how cool it was. Yeah. I wish I could. It would be awesome. I think Kurt 5150 once asked us the question. I forget how it actually went, but it was if we could go back and see a Van Halen show, what would we go see? And I think I said the Hollywood Bowl Eddie's last show.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember in 82. Now, 82 was really good because Dave kind of blew his voice out. That's when Dave blew his voice out for all of us. It was the 82 tour. And about halfway into it, that scream was getting the better of him. And Dave's scream and his stage voice persona, 79, 80, 81 into 82, were a little different than they were after 82 because his voice was starting to take its toll. But his performance on the 84 tour was absolutely stellar. I mean, it was the pinnacle of the Roth era. And every show was part of the reason was because they're pulling the library from all the stuff they've been doing the years before. So all their great songs are it's just building on itself.
They are
crazy.
What Charles means to say is that was Van Halen at their mightiest.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely.
It
was in every way, all four of them. And yeah, it should had they continued, yeah, but that was the end. However, and it was
do you think
good as they ever were as a band.
So, guys, do you think that Dave dialed it in 1984 and just kind of because he kind of knew he was not going to be staying, or?
No, I don't think it was anything of the sort. I
think it seemed really exciting.
No, if you actually look at all of the eccentricities of their exploits through 1984, you know that whole kung fu thing that he was doing with the sword, the whole deal he was doing? He got that from Elvis, Ed. I don't know if you know that or not. but he actually got that from Elvis.
I can believe that.
Elvis's karate shit. Yeah,
That's
we'll
right.
talk about it later.
Yeah.
And for him to take that time to actually do that, which I got to see twice, it was badass because nobody had done that shit. We were a bunch of kids. We're sitting there watching
That is
Dave
true.
fucking killing it.
Yep.
And he
Twirling
was
that sword
killing it.
around, with the bandanas hanging off of it and everything.
Dude, it was like icing on the top of icing on the best fucking cake ever. It was really cool. I don't even know any other way to put it.
How many guys did you know that put bandanas on tied them around their legs because David Lee Roth did?
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody. Guys, chicks.
Back then?
I mean, my dad and mom didn't do it, but I wanted them to. Okay?
Right.
Speaking of bandanas, Tony, you got one of Eddie's fucking bandanas, bro.
Oh, my God.
And I just want you to know that's probably one of the single most badass pieces of rock memorabilia I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And the story of how you got it makes it even better.
That's
Period.
right.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's way cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Monique, she likes the goatee. Monique, all I'm doing is just not shaving for like a month because I'm too lazy to do it. I was supposed to do it like a week in, and I got lazy and didn't do it. And then I said, well, I'll do it tomorrow. And pretty soon it got out of hand, and now I look like Ed, kind of. So,
Yeah.
but I am going to shave here sometime in the future.
All right, Charles. So you asked me. So yeah, it was a weird, nice meeting brief, you know. So it was nice when you meet your heroes that they're nice. You know, I've heard the ones that
I wish.
aren't nice, but Eddie was very nice to all of us, looked at all of us. We were eager to, I'm Tony, I'm Dave, you know, just acting like little kids as we were, but he was very accommodating, very accommodating. We didn't really, we didn't pay attention to, I didn't pay attention to her. She, you know, she was there and I knew who she, but actors and actresses don't, you know, they don't really, but when Eddie and Val walk into, you know, it's like, holy shit, you know. And when you're 18, yeah, it was a holy shit moment. Yeah.
Wow.
Very nice night. It began us making the mad dash as we normally did, especially in Greensboro and at Old Charlotte Coliseum. There was a little on the side you could stage depending on which side of the stage or where you wanted to. And when them house lights went, we had about 60 feet to run to. And so on that particular night, prior meeting them, we were ended up right in front of Eddie's mic right there. Yeah.
Damn.
It was very nice. And like most Van Halen shows that I'm at where you're up against somebody or 2-3 people in a barricade and you're very uncomfortable. It wasn't like that. It was comfortable. Space had kind of cleared out, and you know, yeah, it was. Couldn't have been any. We just got to meet Eddie, and it was just for a minute and a half, and it was over, and didn't get to see anybody else. Stayed another half hour. Everybody left. We ended up just leaving, and that was the. I was happy enough. All of us were. So, um,
Nice, man.
I would have been too. I mean,
yeah,
you got to meet the man.
yeah. It. I don't know. It may have been. It probably was a minute or less. You know, it wasn't long, but it
Eh,
was unreal though. Yeah, it
How
was
many other people
unbelievable.
were with you, around you?
Two
That's it.
around us,
Yeah.
I don't know. They were all. Everybody was like, "Who are these kids in here?" They were, you know.
Wow.
I mean, they walked in and we were right by the door, and they were right there.
That's great.
And yeah, yeah.
Now, were you promised that with your ticket? I mean,
No,
did
I had after show. All of us did.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. So we didn't go to the Charlotte show the night before. We went a couple of weeks later. They came back on Valentine's Day, and
Hmm.
but uh, that show wasn't a good show. So they say. I thought it was. You know, I thought all of them, and Raleigh in 1984 too was awesome too. But the reviews, I'll let you read this. All right, so this is Valentine's Day, Charlotte.
Who's doing the review? Is
This
this
is
like the
from the
Charlotte Observer or the?
no, this is from the Mighty Van Halen .net website. Says not a great performance because of several factors, complete opposite of most 1984 shows where they're playing everything super speed. This one sounds a tad slow and pitch seems correct, so don't think it's an issue with the original tape. Eddie's playing is loose, sloppy, flubbing parts here and there. Um, yeah, it says
So this is that
neither
web.
on their A game
So this is that website's review of this bootleg.
of that show.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So I thought it was a great show, me personally. The bootleg is not a great version of it.
Okay.
Um, and I've got one, and it's not. Um,
And when you attended,
I didn't think
you
anybody was off their game. I
that's what I
thought
was going to ask.
I thought
Yeah.
it was fucking like the rest, stellar, just stellar.
Because you had seen them how many times before that?
Uh, numerous.
Okay, so you have something to relate to, whereas for me, watching them for the first time, I had nothing to relate it to. I thought it was the best fucking thing I ever heard in my life. You know what I mean? So
I
But
never
I
saw
had
Van Halen do a
seen them.
bad show.
I
I've never
had
seen him
seen
do a bad
them
show.
a
well,
few
I have
times.
2004. I have, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
I
see.
saw them a few times inside of a month.
Okay.
Was the thing. I
Yep.
saw two inside of a week, and then two, and then Raleigh, and then, yeah. So that was all inside of like 6 weeks. So they were all stellar, all of them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think anyone was, you know,
And I'm sure there's thousands of people that would agree with you too. So
well, yeah. I mean, I didn't think so anyway. But you can we that the you can listen to the early part of the tour and hear them play their new stuff and listen to the bootlegs from later in the tour, and you can tell a difference.
well, just like any band, I mean, you're warming up at the beginning of your tour. You're getting rid of all the ghosts, all the problems. You
Right,
and your
of
crew
course. But this is
and the crew,
Van Halen though. But
right?
still though,
The sound
they're
guys,
not immune. Right.
everybody's just
You can hear
getting their
the
feet wet.
differences. You can hear the differences in the
Oh,
first of
I bet you can.
the
Yeah,
tour and the last of the tour. And
and because they're more polished
yeah. So
and they got it tuned in by then. You know, whatever issues they had earlier in the tour, they ironed it out.
right. All right.
I just want to give a shout out to Noel Monk's book. It's the one Van Halen book where a lot of Van Halen people say, no, that's not correct. It's not this, it's not that. I mean, they pick it apart. The whole book gets picked apart, but it's one of the most entertaining Van Halen books I've ever read. I love Noel Monk's character, his persona. I loved Noel. I love his book. I like his take on everything. And I'm just going to say this: if just half of everything he said in that book is even close to being correct, it's a miracle that Van Halen made it to 1980 fucking 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Period.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
All right.
they were, a lot of things went wrong, but they were all a little bit of a loose cannon, and so yeah, things were.
In
If it
'84, they did
didn't,
nothing together.
if
Nothing together. They traveled in separate limousines to the shows.
right,
They had
but
separate hotel rooms.
if it
They would even
wasn't,
stay in separate hotels sometimes.
if it
Um,
was, if it if it didn't happen then, Charles, it was bound to happen in a year or two. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think the
yeah,
timing, the
yeah.
in between, it's a good thing it didn't happen in the midst of.
Oh God, no.
What's
I
up,
guess.
Fernando Hearn?
Hey,
Welcome.
what's going on, Fernando? I guess
Hey,
the point
Fernando.
I was going to make about Noel's book is I'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Back there. I'm sorry, it eluded me for a second.
All right.
All right. There's John Duchesne. What's up? There's
What's going
Quentin
on,
is in the
John?
house.
What's
All
up,
right.
Quentin?
What's up, brother?
Hey,
Let's turn the corner, Charles.
what's
Right
that
on,
sound I
guys.
hear?
Right on.
I thought I heard something.
There's Jay Santiago in the house. What's up, Jay?
What's up, Jay?
It's
All
good to
right.
see you, Jay. Right on, brother.
All right. All right. Oh, man, I wish it was the weekend already, but it's not. Jesus.
Hey, Fernando, how do you know
Mm.
Van Halen? Do you know Van Halen really well? Because we got trivia coming up. I would love to see a new guy win. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
It could happen. It could happen.
definitely need somebody new to win. That would be lovely. But if you have one, you are not excluded. You can hop in here. Absolutely. We're going to play for a 71 D quarter and a million VH bucks. Yeah.
Nice.
And one of those very nice, crisp, new, cool, original Van Halen bills and a 71D quarter for your Frankie project.
Oh, you know what?
All right.
Ryan OU812, did you get my envelope eventually? A few weeks ago? I hope so. I don't know.
All right.
Anyway,
let's do this and we can come back to that, Ed.
yeah, that's all right. Let's do trivia.
All right. Let's go into it. All right. So I asked these guys this earlier and it took them a little while. But I think somebody's going to get this right off the bat. That's what I think. All right. We're going to run this. If you are the winner, there is a trivia winner's email down below. Email me your name and address, and I will mail you out that prize pack tomorrow. Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for playing along. All right. Okay, let's do this. All right. All right. Good luck, everyone. This song is the only song on record that Eddie Van Halen recorded without using a pick. Name that tune.
Nope. Great answers.
Real good answers, guys.
The first two is what I said. Oh, Ryan Hall.
Finish what you started. Ryan Hall is the winner.
Right on, Ryan.
Yep, and Quentin James right behind him.
Right on, Quentin.
Wayno had an idea. Good to see you, Wayno.
Yep.
It's good to see you, Wayno. Right on, brother.
Yep.
R2, R3 was right there.
How many say I? That was
RS
a great.
5150. Welcome, man. Good to see you, dude.
Wow.
Right on. Welcome.
What's up, RS5 5150?
Ryan Hall, you are the winner tonight, bro. Email me your stuff. I know you've won here. I know it's been a minute. Resend your stuff, bro. I'm happy to send. And if there's any guitar picks, new picks from the crew that you don't have, let me know. And I'll send those out as well. Congrats, bro. You did it, man.
Right on, Ryan.
Finish what you
Real
started.
cool, brother. Real cool.
And Charles and I didn't know that.
Well, we had other guesses that were great guesses.
I guess 316, and then I said Cathedral. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's got to be Cathedral because he only uses a knob and he taps on the, But apparently not.
Eddie didn't, and just pertaining to the question, I was thinking about it. During Panama, Eddie did where the guitar solo is in Panama. He did it on the keyboards live.
Oh, shit.
So I was thinking that might have been a trick question from Tony. And so that was why I thought maybe that might have been the answer. I thought he was trying to trick.
He is tricky.
You mean what? You mean jump?
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I say Panama?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I meant jump. I meant Jump. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I think the kids they all know that one. I think they all know that he did do that on, and we brought this subject up about a year ago, and what I think, and they say you don't have enough time, but he did it, on our weight, right? So I think he should have done the guitar solo on guitar, and it comes right back in with the keyboard. That part of the solo at the end of it, he could have done all of it. He may have missed a note or two going back and forth, but I would have much rather him done it that way on guitar and keyboard rather than how he did it on where he played the whole guitar solo on keyboard. I was so excited to hear the bootlegs a long time ago of them doing Jump,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Well, also seeing Eddie playing a keyboard was new.
Yeah.
And so it was no big deal for him to drop a solo on the guitar and just keep playing the keyboards. And it was obvious, looking at it now, that they were just working stuff out.
well, just
Rolling with,
make well. You got to think though, that fucking solo in Jump, that guitar solo in Jump is is iconic. I mean, and it was iconic when it came out.
Yeah.
So I would have much rather him on guitar rather than
It was incredibly cool. I can't even put it any other way than that. It was just badass.
I never got tired of seeing it on MTV. I mean, they played that all the time, obviously, but it just every time I saw it, I kept it on. I'm like, what? All right, here comes Van Halen's Jump. You had Def Leppard Pyromania, earlier in the year or whatever, '83, and then all of a sudden Van Halen's. And too bad bad timing with Michael Jackson's Thriller. I mean, what are you gonna do? You can't be number one, so you'll be number two behind Michael Jackson. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, no.
To say he was the king of pop, he was so huge. He was bigger than Van Halen in those days too, just by sheer numbers. I worked a lot of pop shows, some disco shows, and shit like that. Hell, it was the '80s. What are you gonna do? And there was a huge hip hop. They call it pop rock. There were like all kinds of versions of pop music in those days. And Michael Jackson quite literally was the king of the music world.
Well, they were speaking to put the nail on the head, Charles, in 1984. While Van Halen were playing arenas, the Jacksons were playing stadiums.
Right.
On the Victory Tour. So,
right.
Yeah.
And they were already established for an entire decade.
Yeah.
On television, and they were just incorporated. they were already a staple. They were just a staple.
They were already a household name.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
I can remember being a little kid. Like, I guess I don't know. Maybe I was.
We all knew the Jackson 5 before Michael Jackson, of course.
The Osmonds were a big deal too in California. And so there was this one year, I don't remember the year, I was young, but they were both having concerts in LA at the same time. And I just want you to know that Michael Jackson blew them away as far as the size of the show and the number of people that were there.
Oh, sure.
There was no contest. There was no contest. And I ended up going to see the Osmonds. I didn't go see Michael. I saw the Osmonds. And then through interacting with my friends over the next few months after the shows and stuff, I realized what I had actually missed. if I had to do again right now, I would have gone and seen Michael Jackson in a half a second. Jackson 5 in a half a second. Just because I never saw him,
Yeah, no, they were. I I think they played Charlotte. Maybe they did, but no, that was something that I don't think I was interested in. I don't think they came anywhere near me though. Not. I don't think I would have gone though.
Yeah, me
Um,
neither. I wasn't interested in that. My sister, however, was
oh yeah, of
growing up in
course.
the '70s. She Off the Wall and all that stuff. All those teeny bopper teen magazines. My sister had all that crap. With
Yeah.
Leif Garrett and Sean Cassidy and Andy Gibb and Michael Jackson included. And
My
yeah, those.
sister's room echoed of all the same lame sounds, Ed.
Yep, and me, I was hard rock and heavy metal all the way, man. It was like night and day between our bedrooms.
It was that in one bedroom and Kiss in the next.
There you go, Kiss.
Yeah.
Yep.
Keith Campbell in the chat just sent me down memory freaking lane the hard way.
Oh, cartoon.
Jackson 5, I can remember pulling their freaking album. It was a little single off the back of a cereal
box
in the 70s.
I
was like
remember
74?
that.
Yeah.
73 maybe? 74?
Hell yeah.
I remember that.
Yep. You had that little floppy 45 off the cereal box.
There were others also. Am I right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The Osmonds did it.
Oh yeah. It was on the back of like Sugar Crisp and all those cereals. And I'll tell you one person who would know a lot about that is John Mancuda. He collects those fucking things, and he posts them every once in a while. He knows about all these 45s.
I eat those fucking things.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you, Keith Campbell. That was pretty cool, bro. I had forgotten about that shit.
Yeah, great trip down memory lane. Thanks, Keith.
Wow.
And now I have all those songs that I don't want stuck in my head.
Yeah.
ABC.
Crazy.
It was One Bad Apple and ABC. There was actually two of them, I believe, and I remember. But One Bad Apple and ABC.
Ed, that's 2 in a row, bro. You killed me with Air Supply last week.
Oh shit! Sorry.
And now this.
Sorry, brother.
Dude.
That's funny.
Dun, dun, dun.
What do they call that? Earworm. Here's your earworm.
All right.
All right. I like to think that Edward Van Halen's solo put Michael Jackson over the top anyway.
I think so. Come on.
I would love to think that, but all of us really, really, really know that it's not true.
Tony, do you think?
About that.
All right,
it probably did a
to
little bit of that Aerosmith Run DMC thing to a select few, but Michael Jackson was beyond huge then, and Van Halen was just becoming the biggest rock band on planet Earth.
So originally the solo was Lukather's, right?
Yes.
Before Eddie came in.
Yes, that's true.
So what does Lukather's version sound like? That's what I want.
He didn't do one. He said,
didn't do one.
He said, I believe the story goes, he said to Michael, I've got a guy, Edward, and I'm paraphrasing, obviously, and he would be perfect for this. And he literally just turned Eddie onto it. And he called Eddie. All of this is actually in both Eruption and Rosen even mentions it in his book.
So what did Eddie change as far as the song goes if there was nothing there? Eddie said to Michael, I sorry I changed your song. I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. So what parts,
he
other than his
changed
own
he
solo?
changed the way it comes out of the solo. He changed the
Coming
part
out of
of
the
the
solo.
song. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if there was already
Dynamic
something
of where the solo
existing.
was in the original song, he changed it
Okay. All right.
for the
Wow.
better.
Yeah,
For
obviously.
the better.
Well, we all know that.
It was Eddie. It had to be.
I mean,
Hey, Quentin James.
Quincy
Right on, brother.
agreed immediately.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
like, but yeah, I hope you didn't
wouldn't
mind.
you?
But we had to, it's just a little, there, and it goes right on into, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That was it. So,
I'll be right back.
all right. So, Ed's gonna be right back. Let me, while it's on my mind, it's on my brain, and this weekend, I promise you, we'll be in a much better frame. I promise you that. Yeah, but so this weekend we are, it's the big game Sunday. Super Bowl 58. Yeah. That's this weekend. Who's going to win the game, Charles? In 5 words or less. Not who you think, but who is.
I think the Chiefs are going to pull it off.
Yeah, me too. Same thing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Close though. I think it's going to be close. It's not going to be a blowout.
Nobody wants that, of course.
According to ironically, I was standing with 4 Carolina Panthers in one of their backyards last week, and they believe Kansas City is going to pull it off. So I'm going off of their expertise. That's funny. I should tell that story. Nah, I'll tell it later. I'll tell it another time.
Hang on. All right. So this Saturday, the night before, we are gonna do Show Me Your Pick here on the channel. So
sweet.
Rather than doing an artist like we normally do, we're just gonna talk about the Super Bowl, and I got a bunch of Super Bowl guitar picks from Super Bowls of past.
Oh wow!
And we'll look at all them.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them, and new ones too. Some really cool ones. Yeah,
wow.
Dude. But so that was the card for Saturday. We hope you join us. That's this Saturday.
Boring.
I know it was. I got to looking at all these signs all out on this road. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Wonder what this place, Las Vegas, would look like at Allegiant Stadium and all these little cafes and motels and stuff. If we invaded it,
Fuck yeah.
So we boom.
Oh.
Looks like we've come to town.
All right.
Oh, dude, that's cool, you guys. This is pretty cool. Check this out. Oh man, I'm staying at the Under the Bus Motel. I'm going to need some easement insurance. There's no doubt about that, because
Actually, Charles, if you read closely, it's the Under the Bed Motel. You don't know what the fuck is under your bed at that place.
Hey man, we got Is that just Shane Plumbing? Oh, this is freaking
Yep.
priceless, you guys.
The
This
Shane
is
Plumbing
priceless.
is at the OU812 Cafe and Lounge because he always fucks up the plumbing there, so he's gotta sit there. So yeah, then then you got of course you got Miss Michael Jackson on the roof there. She's the
Say ho!
hey ho, and
Oh,
then you got.
dude.
I mean, if you look really close, there's a lot of other shit too.
Yeah, I see the bus, the under the
Under
bus,
the
the
bus is
bus.
right next to the motel.
OU812 has a cafe and lounge with live music.
Live music, brother.
Ah,
I
this is
see
cool as shit, man.
somebody's got the Halen mobile out on the road there. You see that?
Yep. You got the dune
I see
buggy.
at the far end of the boulevard there, you got the 5150 hub.
5150 hub, and you got Coombs
Hey, he's showing you the
cannabis
dispensary. This is
cannabis.
awesome. Holy shit.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
And you got the
This is
Fruitcake
priceless.
Tony cable network.
Ed, can you turn this into a poster?
And then, of course, we got Taylor Swift hanging out with us.
Oh, she knows where to hang.
Yep,
Wow,
she
this is
knows where
cool.
it's at.
That's excellent, brother.
And actually, the road sign, that green road sign, says Halenville next exit too, and the other digital sign says "Show me a pic next exit."
Ed, you have outdone yourself.
Tony, that was my microsurgery. I just got to tell you, it was crazy trying to blow that stuff up and put shit in there. It wasn't easy. That's why it took me so long.
I was looking at this, right? And I'm like, man, that needs to be the OU812 cafe next to the under the bus motel, next to all kind of other stuff. And I said, Ed, have some fun.
And I have to thank I gotta thank Kurt because I asked him for a few things and he sent me some graphics, so I used them. Thanks, Kurt.
Well, you know, the Reverend Kurt 5150 is the reciting pastor of the First Church of Halenville.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
that's awesome.
And I had to put when I saw that Beesman freaking graphic, I said, "Oh shit, I got to make that a big sign. I got a Beesman Insurance."
That was well said there, Charles.
My goodness.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Of the first, that's inhale. That's pretty cool. All right.
So anyway, that it all worked.
We're gonna talk Super Bowl stuff, Super Bowl food, and Super Bowl drink, and Super Bowl commercials, and
fuck yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Super Bowl halftime shows.
Nice.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, man.
Yep.
We all gonna bring back.
So we're gonna take a stroll down memory lane from all the Super Bowl stuff in the past. Is that what I just?
We are. We are gonna take a lot.
I've seen a few Super Bowls now. I'm getting old, bro.
A lot of great artists have played. We complain every year that they suck. Fuck that, whatever. But if you look back at all the years, a lot of great artists have played the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So
you got that music avenue to go by. You got I'm sure Brendan's not gonna like me bringing up the Patriots, but what are you gonna do? I have to. I mean, come on, man.
That's right.
A little bit. I won't push it, but anyway.
All right.
I might wear some gear. You never know.
So everybody, I hope you enjoyed our little stroll down memory lane here of the great 1984, the great tour. We're going to cover the Yeah, we're going to cover the European leg of that tour in a show
Yeah, there you
by
go.
itself. We all got
Charles.
our stuff. Vine, you all have seen this where I don't want to break it.
It's awesome. Mine isn't a poster right over here, right on this wall. But,
Let me
obviously you got this. Oh, nice. Yeah.
which comes out to
Hell yeah.
that.
Don't tear it.
No, I'm not. Which this actually was on my wall as a kid.
Me
I'm
too.
just gonna tell you. So mine is.
And it's still on my wall. That right there. Yep.
You can see it's had its better days. I'm gonna try to fold this back like it was. That's possible. I did it. All right. There it is.
Yeah.
My poor
Good stuff,
album
man.
is falling apart, you guys.
There's a lot of other original stuff. A lot of stuff I've since regotten but a lot of the original stuff, like the programs from various tours, are to pieces. They are not in good shape. Some of them.
Yeah, you got to be careful with handling
You know.
those suckers.
Well, yeah, but
They're gonna
some
fall
are
apart.
some are apart
Yep.
and very much apart. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this one here, this album here is just falling apart. The seams have come undone. The inside sleeve where the album sits in has completely come. It's two sheets. It's
Oh,
come in
shit.
half now. Yeah, it's crazy.
I think in 1984, the first two copies I think I got of 1984, because it was just in vogue at the time, was on cassette. So, yeah. Once vinyl, I mean, it really stayed in vogue for a while, but once cassettes really happened, and then CDs ultimately. But the 1984, my first was on a cassette. Yeah.
What the?
Yeah. I don't know that. Yeah, I've got a signed copy that I bought years later, but I don't know that I ever back then had it on vinyl. I think I had vinyl all the way up at that time to Diver Down. I know I had it on vinyl. I think that was it. Once 1984 came out, it was cassettes from then on out for a while. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was the way of it. That's why. Yeah,
It was.
yeah. But yeah, all of mine are like his, where it's a white ring on the cover. You know, albums of mine that have a white ring on the cover are Kiss Alive, Van Halen 2, Van Halen 1, Frampton Comes Alive. Played the hell out of them back in the day. Rock and Roll Over.
So, Tony, what was your first CD?
My first CD. That's a good question. What was my first CD? Oh, I think it was either no, it wasn't Cinderella. It was Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet, maybe. It
So
was
around
around that time frame.
87.
It was around that time frame.
What about you, Charles?
He's thinking. I can hear
He looks
it
like Rain
grinding.
Man.
Well, it's interesting. I one of the first CDs I can remember buying was Diary of a Madman. It was an Aussie CD,
Oh,
but because I just wanted that on CD.
yeah. Who
But
didn't?
I
Holy crap!
think the first one I ever got was a Queensryche.
Operation Mindcrime?
I
Or,
believe so.
yeah.
I think so.
Mine was Kiss Crazy Nights.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
What are
I'm
they gonna do?
trying to put a time frame on when
I think it was
CDs
86,
really took
87
over.
area. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And they were like $40 back then because they were indestructible, which was bullshit.
I didn't get into them immediately, Ed. I didn't jump right on that bandwagon because I had so much vinyl. I was
you had
into
to
vinyl. I had
The
all
first
the bells and
CD,
whistles for vinyl,
the
and
first CD player skipped. You remember that?
they sucked.
They
I
They
bought-
skipped.
sucked. My friends would be
You
driving
hit a bump,
in the car,
yeah.
and it just
Oh yeah,
no, it sucked.
and
It sucked.
they had those platforms with the little springs on them, so it would buffer the. Oh yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't jump on the CD bandwagon immediately. I was still into cassettes, and I was really into vinyl, man.
My first CD player was a Sony, console one for the house, and then getting the car one was next. And plugging in the auxiliary port and all that crap. Or did you guys ever get the ones with the cassette adapter?
Mhm.
So here you are doing a digital CD and you're playing it through a cassette player. It's kind of stupid when you think about it, right?
All the gizmos they had for, like, if somebody had a car and they didn't have this, they'd make a gizmo so that you could transform whatever you had
Adapt.
into the thing.
Yeah,
That was a big deal.
Radio Shack. But yeah, good times.
Louis Villarreal, it's good to see you, brother. I meant to give you a shout out a little while ago, bro.
Lewis, what's up?
Yeah.
All right.
So, Guitar Man Bo, my brother, who's older than me by a decade, was into 8-tracks. He had this huge flipping box, looked like a suitcase, in the back seat of his Camaro, and I think it held like 8 of them, maybe. I'm kidding. There may be 18 to 20 in there, but it weighed a couple of pounds. It was this big, bulky-ass thing, but it was cool as could be, man. It was cool. I remember he had Bachman Turner Overdrive. I think one of the first. No, I take that back. It was Zeppelin. It was a Zeppelin 8-track, Zeppelin 2.
Wow. Click.
Wow.
All right,
amazing.
kids.
Wow. What a trip.
It's amazing how far we've come.
And,
From riding your 10 speed with a Walkman and listening to a cassette, to now.
I was big into cassettes for a whole year or even more when CDs became a thing. They were 40-something bucks when they came out. It was ridiculous.
It was crazy.
It was ridiculous. And the technology, the evident technology difference, was it night and day? No. You know what it was? That's funny we're talking about this. The way we were listening to music was changing. And the technology they weren't buds in those days. We called them headphones or earphones.
Yep.
But they were morphing as they were transitioning from the cassette players to the CD players. The quality of that came up as well. The gear we were listening to, those little micro speakers and stuff, that technology started to come out. And that was the definitive difference in the listening of the music. But my Marantz and Pioneer home stereo system was ultra badass. And
Oh yeah.
I swear to God, if I had it today, it would still stand the test of time. Period.
Yeah, oh hell
But I would have
yeah.
blown it out years ago.
Yep.
I miss those days. I miss my Bose 901s.
Shit, I can remember listening to Dreamboat Annie when it came out. Heart.
Mm-hmm.
My God, it was unbelievably good.
I still have my Sony system, man.
And Jethro Tull.
Yeah.
Thick as a brick. Oh my God, man, that was the shit. That was the shit. It was the shit.
All right, kids, we're going to wind things down here for tonight. Everybody, thanks for being here. Please join us Saturday night, the night before the Super Bowl, and we'll get together then with these fellas and Brendan B. Squared. He will be here.
Yep.
All righty. So if you are new, subscribe here. We talk Van Halen every Tuesday night, every single Tuesday. Yep. And we appreciate you being here. If you love Van Halen like we do, you'll like it here on Tuesday. So thanks for being here. Everybody, leave a thumbs up on the video if you would on your way out. Thank you for that. Charles Greene, Ed DeBrille, always great dudes.
You too.
Any
brother.
last words for him, Charles?
Guys, this is Halenville. Around here, it doesn't matter if you go north, south, east, or west. Every road. It's going to lead you some Van Halen, guys. Hey, I'm going to pick up on the words of my brother, Ryan Hall. Want everyone to take care and be safe. Take care of yourself and each other. And Ryan, one more thing, brother. Got to rock on, guys. Love you, man. Take care. Be well.
Good night. Awesome.